Millions of people are screaming at their TVs right now. Faces painted, hearts racing, emotionally destroyed because 11 millionaires who don't even know they exist lost the game. And then there's you, standing in the corner, pretending to care, smiling when everyone cheers, nodding like you understand. You've also felt this before. Monday morning at the office, everyone's buzzing about last night's game. You grab your coffee and suddenly become very interested in the break room bulletin board. Die-hard Patriots fan, Lakers nation. If you don't watch football, swipe left. And suddenly you wonder, am I missing some fundamental human experience? Is my brain broken? Today, we're going to find out. I'm going to tell you exactly why your brain refuses to care about sports. And by the end of this video, you'll understand something important. The question isn't, what's wrong with me? It's, what's wrong with them? But first, let's be honest about what sports fans actually get out of this, because it's not nothing. Walk into any bar wearing the right jersey and you have instant community. You can scream, cry, and hug strangers in a world that usually tells you to suppress it. You don't even have to figure out who you are. Just pick a team and suddenly you belong. And that's just the social part. And here's what happens in their brains when their team scores. It lights up like a Christmas tree. Oxytocin floods their system, the same bonding hormone that makes you love your family. In that moment, they feel connected. They feel alive. And that sounds amazing, until you realize the same thing happens in a gambling addict's brain. But we'll get to that. So if sports can give you all of this, community, release, identity, neurochemical bliss, why doesn't your brain want it? Let's talk about what's really happening inside a sports fan's mind and why you might be lucky you're not wired for it. Here's what neuroscience won't tell you at the sports bar. A sports fan's brain operates on the exact same mechanism as a slot machine gambler. Same reward centers, same dopamine spikes, same addiction pattern. It's not the winning that's addictive, it's the uncertainty. Will they score? Will they choke? Your brain doesn't know, and that unpredictability is the most powerful drug in psychology. It's called intermittent reinforcement, the same principle that makes slot machines so devastatingly effective. Your reward circuitry responds to uncertainty in predictable ways, regardless of whether it's a slot machine or a touchdown. It just knows it wants more. So when someone asks why you don't watch sports, here's your answer. Your brain refuses to outsource its dopamine to 11 millionaires and a ball. You didn't lose something. Your brain just isn't triggered by vicarious competition. Your reward system is wired for things you can actually control. Learning, creating, solving, building. Not watching strangers play a game you have zero influence over. Here's something you've probably noticed. When a sports fan's team wins, they say, "We won." When their team loses, they lost. Notice the pronoun switch? They're borrowing the achievements of strangers to boost their own self-esteem. Psychologists call this burging, basking in reflected glory. It's a defense mechanism. Your brain doesn't do this. You can't suspend disbelief long enough to believe that millionaires wearing matching outfits have anything to do with your worth. You see sports for exactly what it is, a business. Billionaires own teams, millionaires play games, and millions of people pay to feel like they're part of it. And here's the sad part. It works. For them. They get cheap, easy joy from a victory they didn't earn. And when it works, why would they ever question it? And here's the thing I have to admit. This isn't a coping mechanism that fails. For millions of people, it delivers exactly what it promises. Community, joy, belonging. It's not broken. It's just not built for you. And that's why you're lonely. Let's be honest. Being immune to this isn't without cost. You faced the social costs, the awkward questions at work, the feeling of being invisible. Or maybe you're dating someone who transforms into a completely different person every Sunday, screaming at the television, ignoring you for 3 hours, getting genuinely angry, sometimes frighteningly so, over something you cannot understand. And you're left wondering, is this what I'm supposed to find normal? And yes, before you ask, I've also pretended to check my fantasy football scores. I don't have a fantasy football team. And worst of all, you've probably wondered if something is wrong with you, if you're somehow less capable of joy, less human. And if you've always suspected you might be HSP, highly sensitive, or somewhere on the neurodivergent spectrum, that's another piece of this puzzle. Loud crowds, flashing lights, the sensory chaos of a stadium. For some brains, that's not excitement, it's overload. Your avoidance isn't antisocial, it's self-regulation. But here's what you need to understand. You're not missing a capacity. You're making a choice, even if you never consciously made it. Some of you run marathons, first-person glory, not borrowed. Some of you deep dive into books, philosophy, art, complex narratives, not simple win-loss binaries. Some of you build things, code, create. Your dopamine comes from agency, not spectatorship. And some of you watch esports instead. Same competition, same dopamine, but in a world you actually understand, and nobody's asking you to paint your face. Your brain didn't reject sports. It rejected passive consumption. It rejected outsourcing your emotions to a scoreboard. The philosopher Guy Debord once wrote, "The more you watch, the less you live." He called it the society of the spectacle. You chose to live in the first person, not watch other people live for you. So the next time you're at that Super Bowl party, feeling like an outsider, remember this. Maybe it's how you're wired. Maybe it's a choice you made. Maybe it's both. Either way, you're here. They chose the stands, the roar of the crowd, the safety of borrowed victories. You chose the arena, the one where the only scorekeeper is you. That's lonely until you realize it's also freedom. You're just playing a different game, and in your game, you're both the player and the prize. So turn off the TV and go build your own arena. If this resonated with you, you'll probably love this next video on why quiet people process information completely differently and why that might be your biggest advantage. Click here to find out why you think a little differently from the crowd.